Whatever the occasion, effortless elegance is right this way. Because Hilton brings you new ways to stay courtesy of the Nomad London. And it doesn't stop at award-winning dining in a space draped in velvet and illuminated by vintage chandeliers. No, this day goes beyond with unparalleled personalized service and attentive hospitality. Oh, and did we mention the Nomad London can be booked using your Hilton Honors points at Hilton.com? Hilton, for the stay.
This episode is brought to you by Greenlight. Get this. Adults with financial literacy skills have 82% more wealth than those who don't. From swimming lessons to piano classes, us parents invest in so many things to enrich our kids' lives. But are we investing in their future financial success? With Greenlight, you can teach your kids financial literacy skills like earning, saving, and investing. And this investment costs less than that after-school treat. Start prioritizing their financial education and future today with a risk-free trial at greenlight.com/Spotify. Greenlight.com/Spotify.
Fool me, we can't get fooled again.
In Dallas, Texas, 3 shots were fired at President Kennedy's motorcade in downtown Dallas.
December 7th, 1941, a date which will live in infamy.
You don't know what you're talking about, do you, sir?
Because people have got to know whether or not their president's a crook. Well, I'm not a crook. I've earned everything I've got.
If you don't like what we tell you to believe in, we'll kill you.
All right, kids. Listen. Don't listen to this podcast.
Don't listen to this.
If you're not of age.
What's of age?
18.
So 16?
18. We're a bunch of dudes. And we're going to say some really bad words.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Conspiracy Podcast.
What? Here comes the news at you guys.
Yes, this is the new and old news. This is kind of
well, it's all within the past.
Yeah, it's all kind of fresh.
Yeah, here's what we'd like to do is it's all within 30 days.
There we go. Boom.
If it's earlier than 30 days, sorry, it's gone.
It's
gone. We get this requested a lot, which is to do more news. Some people even wanted weekly news, and we're like, oh.
I mean, that would be cool if we didn't have, if we weren't adults.
We try to do that, I think, at one point, but it gets kind of hard for us.
Yeah. Like, we have jobs.
I have to convince my wife, like, the boys want to come over again. She's like, fuck you. Can
you imagine every week news?
Oh, my God.
Oh,
yeah.
Jeez.
And, we're recording live from the fucking bayou.
Yeah.
As you can hear.
Oh, yeah. If you notice some background, what are they called again? The
crickets?
No, they're
These are the, I hate these.
God.
I hate these.
Every year. They're,
circadia.
No, it's not cicadas. These aren't cicadas.
Oh, they're not?
Cicadas every 7 years.
What the hell are these?
This is every year, this time of year.
These are crickets.
No, definitely not
crickets.
Hey, bros.
Crickets is literally cricket.
Yeah, it's like
cricket.
This shit is like fucking whistling. Look here, look.
Yeah. Okay.
That's up in the tree.
We'll look it up afterwards.
We'll look it up.
We'll look it up.
Yeah,
we'll look it up.
It's the circadian.
It's not. It's cicadas.
Cicada
cousin. No, cicadas are like
the cicada cousin.
Storm. It's like.
Yeah,
true.
That's true.
It's crazy.
True.
Because there's trillions of them.
Those are crickets.
Right.
Oh, do you hear that?
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
These things.
I don't know what this.
These are overpowering.
The constant sound. That shit.
I don't know. Yeah.
But yeah, it's wet out here. It's hot. And we got crickets and whatever the other animal is. Please let us know.
We'll try to drown it out. We'll see how it goes.
Welcome to the Backyard Conspiracy Podcast.
Yeah, right? Seriously, fucking. Yeah.
All right, let's go.
Okay, we're gonna kick off the news. So today is May 14th or something like that, and so we're gonna go back to April 21st. Pope Francis passed away at the age of 88.
Yeah.
Shortly after issuing a plea of a ceasefire in Gaza, his death marked the end of his legacy that was basically, I think it was like 15 years.
Yeah,
15 years. Yeah.
I mean, because when they get elected, like when they're elected, they're already old.
Yeah.
So it's not like he's like 40.
There's no like term or anything.
No,
right?
it's like till you die.
Yeah.
Or until like you're maybe do some like
Yeah.
maybe there's like an impeachment process
Right.
if you're like a real piece of shit.
But I
don't think it's ever happened.
No.
So the College of Cardinals convened a couple days later to elect the successor. Now, have you guys seen the show Conclave?
No, I haven't.
I want to as well, right?
Dude, I want to. I started. Have you seen the one, the Young Pope?
Mm-mm.
With
No.
like Jude Law.
Oh yeah, I've heard that was good too.
It's fucking. I didn't finish it
Really?
because I'm like, oh,
Really?
dude, it's intense.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Okay. I gotta
Well,
watch that one.
I want to watch the Conclave because it's supposed to be how
they do. Well,
how they
I get,
select.
you know what I get
Okay.
vibes of? I get the like Angels and Demons fucking vibes.
Mm-hmm.
You know, is it that one or is it the? Yes, it's
You're
Angels
right.
and Demons when
Yeah.
they.
Ewan McGregor.
Ewan
and Tom
McGregor,
Hanks,
yeah.
Yeah.
And he's supposed to be the good guy, but he's a bad guy.
Oh yeah.
And blah, and they have a conclave, and
Yeah.
oh yeah.
Okay.
But in a historic conclave, Cardinal Robert Francis was picked from Chicago, and the first American. He was elected as the
Pope.
267th Pope of the Roman Catholic Church, taking the name Pope Leo XIV.
Wonder how they decide like what name they take.
Yeah.
They're like, you get
Question,
a new
we
name
don't know
now.
this stuff.
That's a
I don't
good
know
question.
this stuff.
I'm like Pope Maximus
Yeah.
the first.
Don't they also do that in the royal like bloodline of like his name's not Louis, but he's gonna be Louis the 16th? Or is that
King
not?
Louis?
I don't know. I thought
they're all their names were still Louis.
I think that's how they
So
did
just
things,
gonna be
like,
always King Louis? Like it's the next
Well,
one.
then that brings up a great point. Then why do they?
I don't know
change
why
their
they
name?
changed their name. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
Alright.
I'm sure there's a reason. I just don't know the reason.
Yeah, we're not news reporters, guys.
We're just talking about it.
It's like we did some actual research before this.
ChatGPT. How do they pick the names?
Yeah. So this marks the first time an American has ascended. He's 69 years old, brings a wealth of experience from his missionary work in Peru. His selection is seen as a continuation of Pope Francis's inclusive and socially conscious agenda, emphasizing unity, peace, and outreach. You know, his words were, peace be with all of you. And then a couple days ago, or I actually think it might have been yesterday.
I think it was yesterday.
He came out defining what he defines as the union of marriage is
yes.
man and woman.
Oh yeah.
And so there was a lot of everyone was kind of like
Controversy,
holding their breath, like what's he
yeah.
gonna say?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Is that a hit to gay marriage?
I don't necessarily think so because it's still
he did it on purpose.
no. But the thing is,
No?
like,
You don't think so?
You gotta take a stance, but it doesn't mean that like just because he says that, it's not like the states are gonna like change their laws. You know, they're not gonna be like, oh, you can't. Oh, well, the Pope said it, so
Yeah, I guess
we're gonna
it depends
pass
what you meant by
legislation
a
that
hit.
Yeah.
Because
so-
it also, I don't think he meant it like antagonistic towards either, but
He definitely drew the line in the sand, though.
and in that way, it is a hit.
Oh yeah, he was like,
My first sentence will be.
so now you're the Pope.
Yes.
What do you think?
Yeah.
He's like, well.
I am. Yeah.
So I don't necessarily, it doesn't change anything. It's like I say, that doesn't mean that. I think maybe if like you do have like devout Catholics who are, gay and they want to get married, that maybe that's going to cause some ruffles.
Yeah.
But in terms of like legality, it's not going to change
Yeah,
shit.
no.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they can still get married, no problems.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
no
yeah.
one's going to stop them.
Legality, right?
Yeah,
But
legality.
You wouldn't get married
Yeah,
in church.
I think it's only like, you're like, we're just not going to we're not going to the local, the local
the
parish.
local Catholic.
Yeah, no.
Definitely not.
Yeah. And then I guess one other question I had on it is, was there ever a pope? I don't know if you guys know this, probably not, but was there a pope who said the other way?
I think the last Pope did.
Oh, he did.
I think he was like,
He's like, it's just
yeah, he was like, whatever.
the bonds of.
I think
promise.
he was super progressive. I think he was a
okay.
very
Interesting.
progressive
Huh.
Pope.
I don't remember that, but okay.
I think that's wild that two popes would be like saying something different.
Right?
Or
yes.
Well, no, not necessarily, because it's hard to say that because when you're like the leader, like you make the rules pretty much, it's a little different. Like obviously I'd say that now, like being like a cardinal or something, you're like, I'm not gonna like say shit.
Yeah.
Like, whatever you say, boss. But when you're the boss, you're like, ooh,
Yeah.
all this power, shit.
Yeah.
What do I do?
Yeah, interesting. Anyways, okay, next up, Pam Bondi. So she's the U.S. Attorney General. There was an interview, and she disclosed that the FBI is currently examining tens of thousands of videos related to Jeffrey Epstein, many of which reportedly involved minors.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Bondi emphasized the extensive volume of evidence and the necessity to protect the victims' identities as reasons why it's also taking a long time to review everything.
I mean, that is a point, though. Like, obviously, I'm pissed off that the Epstein shit's not out yet. Obviously, I'm on that side, but
yeah,
I do understand. Like, imagine, I don't imagine this because it's terrible to imagine, but if you were a family and one of your children was one of these people affected, I don't want their fucking name out there.
Yeah.
Especially if they don't want it.
Especially if they don't want
it. Like, I mean, obviously,
No, I mean, some want it because they want to be a whistleblower.
No, but
and
what
they're
if,
like, dude, I need this. You know, there's
I can just imagine there's so much trauma and there's so much like,
of course.
I mean, obviously, I would just be killing people. I'd be full murder spree.
Sure.
Like everyone's dying.
Yeah.
But it's like
there is
it's
a
like
point.
pretty much any other investigation. They don't put out a bunch of details because it's not complete, and
Yeah,
so
they're
doing
their
their
investigation.
They're doing
Yeah.
their investigation right now.
I
but
still want it to happen right
imagine
the fuck now.
Imagine the people that have to be watching this shit in that office.
I quit.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm done now.
Same.
Quit.
I quit. Fuck that shit.
Give me my pension.
But she's been getting a lot of flack.
A lot of fun. Well, it's because
of his nothing.
No, it's because they were like I think where they fucked up was they created that huge hype train.
Right.
And they're like, oh, we're releasing, and it was literally nothing.
Yeah.
And it was like, we have all these like influencers.
It started with the JFK files.
Yeah.
Right? And then it was kind of like a
little
bit of a dud. Yeah. And then from there. But also, and then it's not on our list, but because it happened very recently as well, is one of the main victims of Epstein actually died.
Yeah, well, they call
Virginia
it
Giuffre.
They say suicide, right?
And it was
ruled
as suicide. But then there was a video surfacing of her on social media about 5 years ago. And the video was one of those videos of, I am not suicidal.
Right.
Yeah.
And there was also a tweet, I believe.
Yeah, exactly. And so this is
super
a lot
sketch.
going on.
Very
super sketch.
She came out with this interview. Then James O'Keefe, I don't know if you know who James O'Keefe is.
Investigative reporter.
And Alex Jones. We actually put up a couple posts on our social media about it. Alex Jones started essentially attacking Bondi.
Yeah.
And saying
that Bondi was involved.
Yes.
She's like a double agent.
Yes, and that enraged me.
Yes, it did.
Because it was
I think Eric can put like Eric's opinion.
Yes.
That was after like text messages with me and Sean.
Well, no, the thing is,
going
like,
back and forth.
It'd be different if there was actual like legit evidence, and then I'd be like, "Ooh, this was saucy."
Yeah.
But there was literally
a video James O'Keefe made.
No, but it doesn't even look. It's like it's just a blonde chick. You can't even tell if it's her, but it's like one frame.
Yeah.
It's not even like 10 minutes of like video footage of like who is this? It's just literally one frame. You're like, what?
Yeah.
I don't understand.
So apparently this is kind of what happened. This is what I gathered from the whole like Twitter grapevine, okay? Is that Alex Jones and James O'Keefe said that they were going to release a bombshell about Epstein.
Yeah, they were toting it as
right.
Like,
and they said they went to Bondi a week before and they said, hey, we're going to release this. Then they say that Bondi then did the interview in order to like protect herself.
oh, because in this there's a video of her at a dinner saying exactly what she said in the press conference
To some rando.
Yeah, to some other person who we don't know.
Exactly.
But my thing is like, what did she say that was bad? Like, that was my point.
Yeah.
It's like, if she was like, oh, we're holding this shit, we're not looking at anything, suckers.
Right. So that would be different, but
per Alex Jones and James O'Keefe, she literally was like at not a bar, but like at a dinner, and she was releasing information about the case to a rando.
I see.
While the rest of the world is sitting here going, what's happening?
Okay.
And so they said it was inappropriate, la la la.
That is kind of inappropriate.
Yeah,
for
and
sure.
so
according
then
to them, like, what the fuck? Where's this?
I know. But then they threw her under the bus as saying, well, she's probably into it.
Yeah.
So, she knows something and she's a cover up for the whole Epstein pedophilia ring. And it was just a little much.
But also the thing that like James O'Keefe was like, I'm going into hiding and I don't want to die. I want to live.
I'm
not
not
gonna
suicidal.
Kill
I'm not.
But I'm like, and then he releases this, but then he also releases like, he's like, Prince Andrew was involved. And we're like, yeah, we all know. Like, duh.
Yeah.
I mean, the royal family, like, denounced him. Like, we all know he was involved.
So, so exactly. So what he's saying is right. So James O'Keefe came out with a video and says, we have a bombshell report coming. It's in a series of five reports, and I'm going into hiding. And then Alex Jones was like, dude, he's going into hiding. This is a real thing. And,
Alex Jones is the dead man trigger.
Yeah, and like Godspeed to his,
to the voice.
You do sound just like him.
James O'Keefe is a real true American, and yeah. Anyways, and this is not like I'm just shitting on what they did, not like what they believe in or anything. It's just kind of like
the way they went about it.
Yeah, the way they went about it. So then they came out with these videos, and I've sent every video to fucking Sean and like and some other people, and it was just the first video was a close friend to Prince Andrew.
Yeah,
and he said that he didn't like him playing around with the young girls. And that was the bombshell. And so then we were like, we already knew that.
They already knew he was a piece of shit.
And then the next video was like the quote unquote the first footage inside Epstein Island. Okay. And you could watch it, and it's a video of somebody touring the kitchen.
Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile. I don't know if you knew this, but anyone can get the same premium wireless for $15 a month plan that I've been enjoying. It's not just for celebrities. So do like I did and have one of your assistants switch you to Mint Mobile today. I'm told it's super easy to do at mintmobile.com/switch.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan, equivalent to $15 per month required. Intro rate first 3 months only, then full price plan options available. Taxes and fees extra. See full terms at mintmobile.com.
Finding a new job is stressful. But with Indeed, it doesn't have to be. Just fill out your Indeed profile with your skills, experience, and desired salary. The more you fill out, the better your matches will be. And hearing from hiring managers will be 2 times more likely. Relax. That's your Indeed profile sending opportunities your way. Indeed, the world can work better.
Like in present day or?
No, back then.
Oh, okay. Oh, and that's just
that's the video. And so it's billed as exclusive, the first ever look into Epstein kitchen.
And it's literally like, here's where we make the bread.
Yeah.
And they're like, God damn
and
it.
then they kind of
nothing.
then there's one weird photo, or not a photo, but like a painting of a baby in a bathtub. That's naked and kind of like weird. Yeah.
Well, here's another
fucking weird.
On your same
weird.
point, the chick that you know,
Virginia?
Virginia was the one who Andrew was with. And there's pictures of her when she was underage with Prince Andrew.
Hanging out arm in arm.
Yeah, arm in arm around her. And she's like 16, I think, at the time, or 15.
Yeah.
So, and then, we know.
Yeah.
We know he's a fucking piece of shit.
Oh, man.
So then the next video that came out was, I think, yesterday, and it was inside his study. A video of, like...
Just his office?
It's just an empty office.
Yeah.
Cool. Thanks. Thanks for the info.
So that's what's come out so far.
A nuclear bombshell.
And a lot of people are like exactly that mentality, which is like, okay... I mean, it is new info,
but it's still like clickbait. It's like
that's what it is. Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. So, anyways, and then
if you see like the thumbnail, he's like,
oh, the shock face.
I know.
The head
I've been
exploding.
trying to get Eric and Sean to give me a shock face for our thumbnails.
Dude,
No,
I hate
God,
it so
I
much.
can't do it.
It's like Mr. Beast meets Alex Jones.
Yeah.
It's like Jesus.
But
Christ.
my thing is like I see that shit now. Like I don't watch the video because of that.
Yeah.
Like I literally go away from the video.
I know, but they get like 50 million views.
Yeah.
Well, Mr. Beast does, but the other ones.
I know, but I mean, it's general. Yeah.
We're not doing it.
Yeah.
No, we're not doing it.
So
we're not doing it.
I did watch the tour video, and you know, it's a tour of his study, and the study is just
massive,
incredible. It's like an evil lair.
Oh, it's like
perfect.
It's like Dr.
It's
Evil.
like mahogany bookshelves.
Rich mahogany.
Yeah, like you know what I mean. Fireplace,
leather-bound books.
There's weird statues, weird things. I guess you would call them weird now knowing he's a
that
pedophile.
He's a piece of shit. Everything's weird.
You know what I mean?
Everything's fucking weird.
But again, nothing. I mean, you could probably take a tour of my house and be like,
"This is weird."
Yeah,
Sketch.
like, why is that there? You know,
why is there pine on the walls? Don't judge me.
17 toupees.
They're all like little like mannequin heads.
I know. But you could be
Not
like,
weird about that.
So instead of you could bill it as like, okay, instead of Eric having vanity problems, I could be a spy. Do you see how you could twist it?
Yeah.
I have toupees because I'm self-conscious. But you could say, well, he's got ties to the secret MI6.
Yeah,
You're like, what the fuck? Yeah,
and everybody would believe that.
Yeah, I know.
Eric.
Yeah, right.
So there you go. That's kind of like the update on Epstein and what's been going on. I don't know.
It's unfortunate. Obviously we all want more information. We all want like actual justice to occur. I think that's the one thing that everyone agrees on.
Yeah,
like across the spectrum.
Yeah. And there was no there's no timeline, right, of them when.
No.
Right.
They're not, and anything they give us is not accurate.
Yeah,
like,
that's another thing. We're not gonna believe it. By this point, like we've already been, or what's it called, crying wolf so many times. Like, we're over.
Now we're like, okay, whatever.
Yeah. I mean, I hope. I really hope it comes.
I'm like holding on to faith
something
that like they're actually doing the proper due diligence and like all like to really make cases. Faith. But I
don't have faith.
Deep down, I'm like, this is horseshit.
Yeah,
I don't have faith.
I mean, I have friends that would highly disagree.
Now, last thing on the Epstein thing. Do you think there'll be some sort of, I don't want to say patsy, but like some, like, okay, let's
Fall
just
guy.
put it all.
Or they're
not
like,
all, like maybe there's one guy that they can charge, and they're gonna go like, this is the one. You know what I mean? And then everything else is going to be kind of like...
Dude, the fact that, like, unless there's, like, I think it would need a minimum 100 people's got to go down before...
That's the thing.
A minimum.
The quota.
10,000 videos! I mean, and there's, like, one dude. It's just, like, one guy who
But what you just said is more of, like, Diddy. Because I think Diddy's, like, the fall guy.
There's going to be one...
And I think he's
the guy.
Oh, yeah, he's the guy.
Diddy's the fall guy, but everyone else was involved.
So many more people involved and way more powerful than him and shit like that. But
but since he was like orchestrating it,
he's also the most public one. Like he's the one that will get the most closure.
He's also the one that had all the baby oil.
True.
So he's like he's the clear cut candidate for fucking prison. All
right, moving along.
So next we have, and this infuriates me. Sorry. So next is on April 14th. This. Wait, that was
exactly a month ago.
Exactly a month ago.
Just made the cut.
Pop star Katy Perry participated in Blue Origin's NS-31 mission, marking the first all-female crewed spaceflight since 1963. The 11-minute suborbital journey aboard the New Shepard rocket included journalists Gayle King, Lauren Sanchez, who is obviously his girl. And I love it.
Bezos' girl.
Bezos' girl?
Yeah, Bezos' girl. She said entrepreneur. Psych. It's his fucking girlfriend. It's fucking bullshit.
Dude, at my funeral, please don't put entrepreneur.
Like, literally.
Don't want it. It's like a taboo word now.
I know. God, everyone's a fucking... shit, I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a 1089 entrepreneur. Then there was also
we'll say podcaster.
NASA scientist Aisha Bao, and then civil rights activist Amanda Nguyen, and then filmmaker Carrie Ann Flynn, my bad, sorry. The crew traveled over 60 miles above Earth, crossing the Kármán line, the recognized boundary of space. So, like, you got to go certain high, and then you're like, oh, we're in space.
Mm-hmm.
So
they made it to zero gravity.
Just wait.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I'm gonna nuke the shit out of this. I just wanted to read it so you get the story before I like pick it apart. So then Perry brought a daisy in honor of her daughter and described the experience as supernatural. Sounds like one of her songs. Fucking bullshit. Emphasizing a profound sense of love and connection. So, I have so
real quick though,
many problems with this.
Wasn't there another like famous woman there though? That was
all those women.
No,
are famous.
yeah,
they're all famous.
Yeah,
oh, okay.
They're all famous. All of them are famous.
Like there's nobody from like The View or like.
Yeah, some girl.
Gayle King.
Sorry. Okay, good.
Yeah,
I was just making
she's
sure.
the one. Yeah,
she's from The View.
Yeah, I think so. I think she was on The View, or she had her own.
Oh yeah.
She had her own talk show. She was like a news personality.
Okay.
So, first major problem. First major problem.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Did it make it to space or what?
You take all these randos. And it's not about them being women at all. There's nothing to do with them being women. It's just them being not Air Force pilots.
Even if it was us.
No, if it was us. I could not fucking survive the G-forces. So secondly, they had no life support systems whatsoever in this rocket. So you mean to tell me they're going to send people into space with no fucking no oxygen systems, no secondary oxygen systems in case the main one fails, no helmets that have redundant self-sustained life support systems like they do with every fucking astronaut who's ever went to space ever. Every single one. They have their own self-sustaining oxygen systems in case the cabin fails. They have they don't have fucking helmets. Nothing. They have nothing. There's no pressurization.
It's like a JetBlue flight.
Dude, what if the
it is literally, but that's what it is. Dude,
what if the pressurization fails in there?
No,
they all just fucking
but
die?
you're making it seem like they went like, you know, to the space station or some shit. They just literally went up far enough to be, you know,
doesn't matter.
into consider like that they made it into space.
Oh, bro,
it's like just the next level up on the United flight we took.
Dude, exactly.
Yeah, just like a little bit higher.
Yeah, it's like
okay. So here, I'll give you an example. Like,
first class.
No, guys who go and like military, when they fly, they do the halo jumps.
Yeah.
So halo stands for high altitude, low opening.
Mm-hmm.
So then they jump from like the upper.
Oh yeah.
The upper atmosphere.
Super
and
high.
The air is so thin. Even
they have to wear a mask.
Dude, even the pilots have fucking oxygen
because they're jumping out.
Even Tom Cruise
they're
had it
jumping
when
out.
he did this. Tom Cruise did it out of the plane.
I'm saying the pilots.
Oh, the pilots.
The pilots have oxygen. And this is before they even open the fucking door. The pilots have oxygen.
That's
because
true.
if anything fucking happens, they're like, just pass out and then just fucking crash this giant plane into like some fucking person's neighborhood. I'm saying like that's like the first problem.
Okay.
This one, and that's probably the most biggest problem because so you mean to tell me there's no life support systems whatsoever?
So you're saying it was fake?
100%.
Okay.
100% fake. And also too, like these ladies, and it's not because they're ladies. It could also be dudes, us.
Yeah.
Like the amount of G's that are put on you to propel you into space are so.
Yeah, but were they on a rocket?
Yes.
Okay. Sorry, I didn't know this. I didn't know.
No, they're on they're on the Wonkavator.
No, I'm just saying, like, you act like they fucking got on some like.
No, dude, I actually looked it up. I was so curious.
Huge ass Tesla rocket or some shit to get out of here.
They were on a big Blue Origin rocket.
Apparently, they went up 66 miles.
Okay.
Up.
Mm-hmm. That's high.
With no oxygen mask.
With no life support systems. And no fucking training to handle the G's.
What's the G's on the rocket?
Yeah, what are the G's? What are the G's on fucking takeoff? Like 8 fucking G's? The fucking heads explode.
Okay,
dude,
I'm with Sean.
Fucking dunzo.
Yeah, that's fucking stupid.
Have you seen the guys that like they'll go on the ride in like a
they'll
ride in like an F-22 Raptor where they're like, oh yeah, and then like pass out. Like, dude,
shit, I've seen people get on that.
G's.
I've seen people get on that slingshot one and they fucking pass out as soon as it goes up.
Okay, so to give you like a comparable. Your commercial flight to Dallas or whatever you're going, you'll probably end up going 6 miles up.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So in order to reach quote unquote space is 62.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So apparently they went 66. So that's 10 times more than your flight will go up.
Yeah. This
sketchy.
This is prepared.
Super sketchy.
It does seem higher.
Yeah.
It's not like just like a little 10% little raise.
Yeah, it's super high.
So then there is the so there's the next thing is the landing. So you see the pod.
Oh yeah.
The pod is literally it's like pure white. There's not a fucking scuff. There's not a nothing.
Yeah.
And so you're meaning to tell me this thing's re-entering the atmosphere, and there's not going to be like
a
little heat. Little hotness on it, like it's a pure nothing, fucking nothing, not a nail.
Yeah.
You see the other fucking. Granted, they're coming in from like outside the atmosphere, so I get like okay, maybe it's not as hot,
bad.
But like those motherfuckers have to land in the ocean because it's on fire. It's legit on fire.
Yeah,
it's actual astronauts. Yeah,
and then they hit so fucking hard, and the pods they have to be pressurized. That they fully pressurized, and you can't fucking open them from the inside because if someone were to open it from the inside, literally everyone instantly dies.
Yeah.
So when they land, they so fucking Jeff Bezos walk up.
Yes,
I
saw that shit.
First of all, he trips, which is hysterical.
Yeah.
I thought it was hilarious because I'm like, he's one of us. Like we've all done that, brother. It's okay. No, but he goes up with this little device, and it's like the whole thing. And fucking Katy Perry opens the door from the inside. And then the chick tells her to close it.
Yeah. You're like, no.
And then he goes up and he like pretends to do the opening thing.
I saw
like,
that.
Dude,
it's fucking
such
crazy. Cringe. That was cringe.
It's so cringe.
So what would it be for? Like what would be the purpose of creating a false
publicity
flight?
stunt?
But for what?
Because he wants to.
Isn't that his rocket company?
It's his company.
Yeah.
Dude, like you want stock prices to go up?
It's safe, man.
No,
Don't worry.
No, my thing is
you can go up next week. It's fine.
My thing is he probably hasn't perfected the technology to do it, and he needs more. Like he probably wants to like keep interest high and keep it like ooh yeah while they get it like locked in. Meanwhile, like SpaceX is like, we're fucking saving astronauts. We're shitting. We're doing everything.
Oh yeah, they're shitting on
he's
them.
trying to keep like the interest
So the whole goal
high.
is to create commercial space flight, right?
Yeah.
Is that's what?
Well,
is...
no. It's
not just from that company. No.
It's to create. Well, I think the goal is like, yeah, you can theoretically pay to like experience space. You're not going into space, but you can.
But
experience
again, it's like,
it. Well, then they have like SpaceX's thing is like you can create like ultra fast travel. Like if you're rich enough, it's like, oh, I can get you to Tokyo in like an hour and a half.
Yeah, okay.
It's like I'm gonna go into like the fucking.
I'll take that.
Cool.
That would be super cool.
And the rocket just fucking lands on the fucking in the middle of the ocean, and you're like, sick.
Have some sushi at lunch.
Yeah,
fuck yeah. So
wow,
there's that.
Yeah. We can handle the G's.
Yeah.
No
helmet.
It's the amount of G's is astronomical.
Yeah, it's like, true. And fucking astronauts have to train for this for so
for
long.
years, but then all the interviews afterwards is just like so gross. Like they're so elitist. Like, oh well, we're astronauts now, and I'm like, no, you fucking aren't. You're not.
I wonder what NASA thinks of it.
They probably hate these fucking ladies. They probably fucking hate them.
Like your whole life's work.
Literally, because it makes it dumb. It makes it like all these guys are like,
you should have gotten a statement from your uncle.
Dude, I got a fucking PhD in fucking aerospace engineering to do this.
You know what's crazy is he came back from the space station like in the same week. And there's videos of him, and he's like he went through the ringer. He was all frail.
Oh yeah,
and he was like
atrophy.
Yeah, because he was up there for 7 months. Yeah, something like that. And he was like, oof. Anyway, so it was a completely different image than Katy Perry with the flower.
I think these people have gotten so out of touch with reality. Like, I don't know how that's inspiring to anyone. Let's just take these rich and famous women.
Right.
And like, this is going to be, and people are going to like, no, I don't give a fuck. Like, my daughter doesn't give a shit. My wife doesn't give a shit. No one fucking cares that Jeff Bezos' girlfriend, the third richest man on Earth's girlfriend, went to space. I don't fucking give a shit. It doesn't make me feel good.
So this is his upon landing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And compare that to like
carrying him
to like Katy Perry and the other crews. You know what I mean? Like he's like, struggling.
Yeah.
It's the thing is like it's the fact it instantly proves it's not real. Is because there's no life support systems.
Yeah, that was
interesting. You would never send
that's a big
anyone.
one.
I would agree. It was kind of weird.
You would
There's
never
some weirdness there.
I mean, I'm gonna pay you like $1 million to send me up there, and it's like if something goes wrong, you die.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. Fuck
we couldn't actually. It's not in the budget.
But
to put some oxygen systems.
I know
in there.
we're spending a long time on this, but so you believe that the video of them in zero gravity is not real, or they were in a zero gravity creator here?
No, I think
you know how they have the training facilities where you can do it?
I think what you can do is like you can get to a certain height. Like you can do it in like you can do it like they do it in like main sense. You're not actually in space. You just get high enough to where it simulates 0G.
Okay.
And it's like it happens and then you go back down, but you don't technically go to space.
You're not 66
like
miles
let's say
up.
maybe whatever it is, 50 miles, 45 miles. I don't know, whatever the number is.
They went high enough to simulate the 0G.
Yeah.
And then they just went back down.
Okay. Yeah.
Because obviously it's like that's the reason that there's no life support systems, because we're like, okay, cool, we're not actually gonna go to a point where because we're fucked. You would never do it to where you're fucked.
Okay.
So I don't know. It just fucking pissed me off. And I was like, fuck you. I'm like, Jeff Bezos, you're so cringe. Katy Perry opens the fucking thing from the inside, and then the fact that he still pretends to unlock it. I'm like, why are you still pretending to unlock it? Like, dude, it's the ruse is over. Oh my God. Anyways.
It was pretty funny. It was pretty funny all around.
So next, this is pretty recent. This was just yesterday, I think.
Okay.
So Ben and Jerry's co-founder, he was arrested on the 14th of May after protesting during a U.S. Senate hearing attended by RFK Jr. Cohen stood up to denounce U.S. funding of military actions in Gaza, criticizing Congress for allocating funds to bombs while cutting Medicaid support.
Yeah.
He was charged with crowding and obstructing and faces up to 90 days in jail or a $500 fine. I would definitely take the $500 fine.
Yeah, hell yeah.
He's like, I'm rich. Give me the $500 fine. So
he made a ruckus. I don't know if you saw that video.
I didn't see it.
It wasn't
It
wasn't just him though, and there was if you watch the video,
He
it's
got
actually
others going into it.
no. There's another random chick in there, and she's saying like RFK hates kids with AIDS or something, and I'm
Something
like,
like
what does
that.
that have to? What are you talking about? Like,
Oh
what
my
is it?
God.
What do you even mean? Like, what does that even mean? I don't
know.
How does RFK hate kids with
Yeah.
AIDS? I don't get
Well,
it.
I think it was he's trying to. I guess I don't know all the things, so we'll try to get our facts straight on it. But if you reduce some Medicare stuff, like then people, maybe kids with AIDS, will not be able to receive the benefits of the AIDS drugs. Does that make sense? And so it's like he doesn't care. You know what I mean?
Nah, there's probably something
So it's
else.
like ramifications of you lowering free access to medical or anyways. That's why I'm trying to justify what the,
Okay,
what the,
sure.
what the person
I
was
think
saying.
some of these
Yeah.
people,
I
like,
thought
they
I
just
thought Medicaid was for old people. Was that
Medicaid.
Medicare?
That's Medicare.
Medicaid.
Medicaid
Yeah,
is
yes.
income based. What is Medicaid? He said? It's income based.
With limited income and resources.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
But see, my point on that is like, I'm sorry, but like, I think we need to get away from the welfare state of our thing. It's like where people just expect, and like I get it's a hard discussion because obviously people need help
To an extent.
to an extent.
To an extent. I'll give you an example of the other side really quick. Okay. I was extremely poor back in my early 20s. Very, very, very poor. Like my income that year was in the $12,000 range.
And you lived in San Francisco.
And I lived in San Francisco. Yeah.
Yeah.
And my wife got pregnant. And we had a baby. And it was $25,000 to have the baby.
Mm-hmm.
It was 2 years of my income.
Yeah.
But that system paid
Medicaid.
for it.
Yeah.
But see, the thing is,
and it was fantastic, and we had a baby
Okay, good.
in a
That's-
good
that's
hospital,
income
and it was a
based.
great.
no, but,
you know what I mean?
but hear me out.
Yeah.
Also, at that point in time, like for example, my parents were probably paying like, I don't know, $200 a month for the whole family for like healthcare, and they were like, okay, but now I fucking pay $1,000 a month for me, my wife, and my kid for shit coverage. Absolutely dog
That has
shit
nothing
coverage.
to do with Medicaid.
No, I'm saying.
He's just saying the cost of Medicare.
No, the point is the
medical
cost of
is
Medicare. Yeah,
massive.
these people, like some people get free shit, but me, I'm paying $1,000 a month. Fucking, I don't have an extra $1,000. I don't want to pay that. Are you kidding me? It's like
I know, but you're not at
fucking-
that level that
Dude,
he just described.
Well, these costs are gonna put me at that level,
I know.
dog. I'm about to be homeless on this fucking bullshit.
I know. All I'm saying is it's just not quite as black and white as quote unquote a welfare state, right?
Yeah, no, it's never
You
that
know.
easy because it's so hard to blanket the
I know.
whole
Yeah.
country
I
on,
think
on
one of
like
the bigger
a black and
problems-
white or this and a that and like a you can't.
Yeah.
It's not very like there's a lot of gray in there. Is what
But
I'm
I
saying.
understand what he's saying because he's also saying that
I understand
we're
what
not,
he's saying.
Like,
I'm
if you're not
subsidizing.
productive and you're not working, why do you get all the medical benefits of the same person who's working really hard?
No, but it's also
Right?
like
that's.
McCrispy strips are now at McDonald's. I hope you're ready for the most dippable chicken in McDonald's history. Dip it in all the sauces. Dip it in that hot sauce in your bag. Dip it in your McFlurry. Your dip is your business. McCrispy strips at McDonald's.
You're the perfect blend of elegance and style, and your ride should be no different. The 2024 Hyundai Sonata Hybrid meets all your needs, from business to brunch and everywhere in between. With head-turning details like a sleek front end, plus stylish interior, and an available 12.3-inch digital instrument cluster and seamless tech integration. Okay, Hyundai. Visit HyundaiUSA.com to learn more about the new 2024 Hyundai Sonata Hybrid.
no, I just don't like the fact I just don't like
36.
the fact that not me, but like the American taxpayer is subsidizing this. So it's like, for me, dude, I don't have a fucking college education. I worked in restaurants for fucking 10 years. And like, I fucking made it go right, you know, and not everyone gets that opportunity. So I'm saying it's not black and white. It's not like, fuck it. But, you know, then we're subsidizing it. So it's like, and then I get to the point where I'm struggling and I'm like, shit, like, dude, I'm like, how am I going to pay for my fucking kid's school this month?
Yeah.
Meanwhile, it's like,
well, yeah.
I'm like funding the rest of everybody. It kind of sucks for me.
I don't disagree to subsidize it, but
as a
there could be
producer.
definitely a lot less. Like, look at all the money, like where all this money that's being found, like with fraud.
Exactly.
That proves that we could be paying a lot less and still subsidize.
It'd still be good.
It's just that it's fucking wasteful, dude. That's the problem. The fucking government just takes our fucking money.
Yeah, and it's going
everywhere.
It's going in their they're like fucking.
It goes into their fucking pocket first. But Pelosi is fucking.
That's problem one.
Yeah,
and then we'll take up the other thing. Once America's in surplus,
like resolve itself.
Once America's in surplus,
then
we'll be like, okay, you know what I mean, okay,
First, stop the fucking fraud and the waste. And then we'll figure it out.
If you get rid of the fraud and the waste, so we're like, we're gonna raise the ticker on Medicare, Medicaid. So now, if you make $80K, you qualify for Medicaid.
Also, there's a difference.
There you go.
There's a difference between having a baby and having an illness.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So we also need America to keep growing and having babies.
Yeah, I agree.
Anyways,
and I think babies should always be taken. Like, I think regardless of that, they should always be covered.
I mean, what a shitty
but then some people are gonna be like, well, that's a choice. Illness is not.
Well, it's not a choice sometimes.
Well, sometimes accidents happen all the time.
Anyway,
I get it. Anyways,
I'm just taking the other side.
Yeah. Okay. Who the fuck are you?
All right. Moving along.
All right. So next we got the Diddy trial.
Oh my gosh.
So Casey Ventura's emotional testimony concluded in the ongoing federal trial of Sean Diddy Combs. I hate that his name is Sean because my name's Sean fucking Cock. So singer Casey Ventura concluded 4 days of testimony detailing alleged abuse during their decade-long relationship. Excuse me. Ventura described physical assaults, coercion, into drug-fueled freak-off parties. I hate that they were called freak-off parties.
Yeah.
This sounds disgusting.
Oh, yeah. Well, it was disgusting.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah.
Fucking nasty. Anyways.
And a 2016 hotel incident captured on surveillance footage, which is wild.
I've seen that.
Have you seen
that?
it?
Oh, yeah, I've seen
that.
that.
Wild.
I mean, I think the only thing I've seen that's worse than that got captured on footage was like Ray Rice.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, Ray Rice's was crazy.
But don't you think that video is like the evidence?
I mean, that's all the evidence she needs.
Yeah.
It's like actual evidence of him abusing somebody, right?
Yeah.
Like a lot of the other stuff is kind of circumstantial.
Well, because it's a hearsay. It's like
it's all hearsay.
This is what happened. There's
there's baby oil, but for what?
Yeah.
I mean, is that illegal?
Yeah,
but I'm
this
sure
is a video of him hitting a woman.
Yeah.
And chasing her down the hallway
in like a towel.
Yeah.
It was really fucked up.
Yeah.
I mean, that is, I think, for her part of this, that's for sure.
So at a bare minimum, though, if say he was not guilty of all this stuff,
he'll be guilty of this.
He'll get assault.
He'll get assault for sure.
He'll get assault, right?
100%.
No, I'm just saying. It's
bare fucking minimum.
No, we don't know. They would not
have arrested him on this.
True.
Just that.
You don't think so?
No.
I did probably not.
Yeah.
They probably have been like, yo, come down to the courthouse,
So do you
bitch.
think they have videos?
They do.
I'm sure they got
or photos.
I mean, I'm sure they have something. Because like FBI like rated his shit.
Yeah, exactly.
There's gotta be something.
They're not going to be rating anybody based on some like video that got leaked on social media and this and that. Like, no.
Dude, the world is wild right now. Think about this.
I know.
We got Epstein going on. We got Diddy going on. It's a different world. It's like it's Hollywood compared to like New York.
We got a wild
Florida.
president.
You know what I mean?
That.
Yeah, like it's fucking crazy.
It's just like
somebody we love's going down.
I mean, somebody we love,
like an actor.
Oh, I hope
or
so.
Like somebody, right?
Dude, see, I want
somebody. We're gonna be like, what?
I want like medieval times. I'm like trying to like get the pikes out, boys. Like I'm trying to put them on the fucking on the wall. Like that's how they used to. That's how they used to put people's fucking like justice in. They were like, oh, cool. You see me do bad shit? You see a homie up there?
Yeah.
Like he fucking stole that bread. Like fucking you better not steal.
Hey, I don't mean to be the guy on the other side of it, but isn't a lot of Diddy stuff consensual?
How do you know?
No, I don't. But I mean,
Well, no, the thing is, like, if you're
according to
party,
a lot of girls, but according
to
a lot of girls, and that's
you're being
why
drugged.
Yeah, exactly.
When you're being drugged, and you're, like,
I don't know a lot about the case, to be honest.
Okay,
like, obviously, Eric, if you were invited to a Diddy party, and even if it was called a freak off, you wouldn't think that like that's gonna happen. But you're like, oh my god, cool! This is gonna be an awesome party.
It's gonna be wild.
They'll be like,
do you know how wild it was?
There's not gonna be like orgies.
I don't really.
Okay, that's why. Like. As far as like the stories that have come out and shit, like fucking, you're talking about kids and girls, like kids, like just put on a round table that spins and there's fucking guys.
No
like,
way.
Yeah, shit like that.
Stories,
that's just one of them,
stories,
bro.
and that's not obviously confirmed, but like, you know,
these are not confirmed, but
you
like,
see like there's
many stories like this.
Look what's going on with Bieber. You see like Bieber kind of going down the tank. Bieber fucking spent $500 million, and fucking now he just sold his whole like
catalog.
Thing. There's theories that he was fucking raped.
Yeah,
by like multiple dudes.
Yeah,
I mean, I say it's all speculation, but like. You see those videos? Remember the videos where it's like Justin Bieber was like 16, and like Diddy's got his on, and he just looks kind of scared, and Diddy's like, "Oh yeah, I'm his parental guardian for this whole week," and it's like, oh
yeah,
and it just you could
just
tell,
look at the vibe,
like you just tell like the body language is a little like whoa, this is like something's not right here. Like if I was if I was Justin Bieber's dad, and like I saw that, I'd be like. Yeah, I'm gonna need to pick him up. Right now. Fuck
and
the record label.
A lot of girls that would just get picked up at a club and it's like, oh, you want to go party
and
at Diddy's house?
It's Diddy's house. Of course, you're gonna say yes.
And then they get there and you get drugged. And then
you have
it's
a
like
drink,
you can't
and
get
the
out.
next thing you know, you're like, wait, what happened? And you wake up, you're like, did it really happen? And then like come back and you're like, I guess so. And you get drugged, and you know it just, and then it kind of can create that like that you kind of make it okay for yourself, and then. You're afraid because you're like, how are you, a nobody, going to go against Diddy, this massive mogul?
Yeah.
You know, and all these superstars that are there. What are you going to say? Who's going to believe you?
Yeah, true. All right. Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Well,
please, God.
I didn't know a lot of that.
Yeah,
so I'll have to maybe.
That's just like the tip.
It's super fucked
just
up,
like,
dude.
so not to mention what he did to this girl. What's her name again? Cassie.
This is Cassie Ventura.
That's right.
And they were together for 10 years. And it's like, you know, people will say, well, why would you stay with him? It's like, dude, a lot of women, you know, get trapped in these abusive relationships and like they don't see a way out. And it's like, it sucks. And like I have friends who've been in an abusive relationship. It's like not good.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like, you get to a point
went
where
through that shit.
And
I had no clue. And it was my aunt. I'm saying she went through that shit.
Oh, really?
I had like no fucking clue until the one time that it got to the point where basically almost lost her life. Then that's when it all came out. And
it's like,
oh my fucking God.
You know, and you know, the thing that sucks is, you know, from the woman's perspective, you know, they obviously love this person, and you want, you know, people I think inherently want to see the good in another person. You want to believe that someone's like not a piece of shit, especially someone you love. And so you'll make excuses. You'll make excuses like, oh, he'll change, they'll change, and that's how you get trapped, and then you start making things okay, and it's like it's not that bad, and and so that's why you know that I don't think that is a good argument. Like, well, why would you be with him for 10 years? But it's like, dude, it sucks. It's like fucking trapped.
Yeah.
So Eric's coming back to our side. Is the conclusion?
No, absolutely. It's kind of one of those
taking the
things.
other side.
It's one of those things where I don't know a lot about it, so you kind of you know what I mean. And it's a closed hearing.
It's not
trial.
Yeah, it's not like open.
So I was hoping it was going to be like open and everybody knows everything that's going on.
There's too many people that it would affect.
Yeah,
it's not like OJ where it's just like, and especially the victims like
dude.
Dead,
I just wanted it to be like the Johnny Depp trial, dude. I was fucking on. I was captivated.
Yeah.
Me and my wife were watching it at 2 p.m. on the afternoon. I'm like, what's going on with the trial? Like, dude, fuck work. I'm watching the trial. All right, moving on.
We're going to change subjects here, and we're also... actually, that was pretty recent. I was going to say more recent, but this one happened... I think it was closer to the beginning of May. I don't really have a date, but definitely this month.
Okay.
We had a massive power outage in Spain and Portugal. Basically, everybody there was without electricity. Millions of people. And the crazy part, like, it's just, you know, a whole country, two whole countries that just... go down, no electricity.
They're not like third world countries like Spain.
Yeah,
I went to Spain on my honeymoon.
Yeah.
It's fucking great. I loved it.
Yeah, it was just a sudden loss of electricity, disrupted train systems, cut telecommunications, basically just stopping every kind of like essential service, that kind of thing. They're saying here they haven't ruled out a cyber attack.
Like on like the power plants and shit.
Yep.
It was
both nations are basically, have vowed to conduct full reviews, their energy infrastructure and stuff like that. So we don't know still exactly how, who was behind it, how it happened even.
Dude,
but if that can happen there, like it can happen in other countries.
Imagine if just Florida shut off.
Dude.
If it was, that would be like
that would be the
massive
right?
for us.
Well, could you know
Spain's
just
Spain's
Florida, smaller
like,
than Florida, I think. Probably.
Yeah, but about the equivalent.
Yeah.
But I always tell people, I'm like, dude, like if you want to watch true anarchy, imagine like New York City. Like imagine you got an EMP into New York City.
Yeah.
And it was without power for like a week.
Yeah.
Could you imagine how many, like it would, the fucking city would be on fire.
Gosh.
It'd be absolute anarchy.
What's the most that you guys lost power in the last few hurricanes?
I never lost power.
I lost it.
Really?
In the last 5 hurricanes, I have not lost
Not even,
power. Not one time.
what was that big one in?
Irma,
yeah.
Nope, not lost power, not once.
Irma, I lost power for like 4 days.
Wasn't the last one you lost for like a week?
Me too.
I lost.
Oh, yeah.
No, 3 days. 3 days for this last
okay.
one. Yeah. But I mean, 3 days, like,
I think
day 2, your food's bad.
Exactly. That's what I wanted to talk about. So like we do have a little bit of like insight into this, like what it's like. And because you brought up Florida.
Yeah.
And a lot of Florida was without power many times.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Imagine like to see, even though like your house is without
like,
power, you still have cell phone.
They
didn't have fucking telecommunications.
That's
right?
true.
No, see, because you also have a cell phone. You can call a friend. Hey,
I wonder
can you come help me out, bro? Like, can I come drop my
down?
food? No, he said their telecommunications went down.
Mm-hmm.
So that was different.
Well, see, like imagine the entire power grid goes down. So it's like that's the whole grid. So
That's
it's
right.
like here, it's like there'll be certain.
Here's the fucking transformers
Yeah,
go
it's like
down.
certain,
That's right.
certain sectors get shut down. And it's like, we've had it
But
where
not
our
like
neighbors across the street have power.
Everything.
So
It's just
like-
like certain power plants and
So during the last one,
transformers, I mean.
during the last one, my family evacuated,
Mhm.
and then I stayed at the house, and then the power went out. But if
Oh, yeah.
if my cell wasn't working for those 3 days,
Mhm.
I mean, they would have been
Then we're like, Eric's dead.
losing their mind.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They'd be like, okay, let's get in the car and
Let's
go
drive
find
back,
him.
Yeah.
So that's crazy.
But
That would be
instead, you
wild.
were here without
I
power,
was
and they're like,
I'm
fuck them.
cool."
Eric's like, I got some warm Coronas, man.
It is funny because it changes what there is to do.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Can you imagine how
You know what I
they
mean?
live
Like,
back
There's
in
no
the-
TV.
No, I read a book.
Internet, there
a little
was-
bit.
Candlelight?
There was well, there was no internet, right? Because there was no Wi-Fi. But there was a long period of time there, like when the hurricane was coming through, like there was no cell service either. If you
Or
remember
it was like you remember like dial up.
Oh my
Oh
God.
yeah, it was
So
like
you'd be
that.
all right, I'm
it
gonna
was like
send
that.
my mom a text, and I can do one text because
Yeah.
it'll take 7 minutes to get there.
Someone like picks up the
It
phone,
was-
you're like,
it
get
was
off
bad.
the phone.
That was
Yeah,
that was
so
bad.
you got to start playing some I don't know board games or whatever, and then
with yourself.
with yourself. Well,
And
you
your
were by
beer,
yourself.
Your beer's all hot.
I know Eric's like playing like tic-tac-toe with himself. Fucking
Should have
wasted.
come to my house. We had fucking grumpy ass kids in the middle of
Well, no, dude, what's crazy is
humid ass
is
Florida.
when it was happening, there were certain flood zones that I couldn't exit my neighborhood.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
True.
there's like a couple parts that are lower, and then they're full of water, so you couldn't get out, and then parts of the US 19. So you know what I mean?
yeah.
It was just like a
That's
different.
true.
We had like your cousin's fucking
Yeah.
place got flooded. I had a
Oh,
bunch of I had like
ruined.
5 different friends' house. They had 4 feet of water in their house.
Yeah.
And I'm like, ugh.
Ruined.
Well,
Anyways,
fucking-
weird. But real quick on the end of that is
Yeah.
I mean, I hope it was an accident.
Because that's a cyber attack. That's sketch.
That's scary.
Yeah, it is.
Right?
Very sketchy.
Yeah, it's
But
very
also,
scary.
like, what piece of shit's like, oh yeah,
Let's take
I'm
down
just gonna I'm just gonna get rid of this country. Like, what kind of piece of shit does
There's
that?
a lot of mad people out there.
Wow,
you know?
And that's the scary part is what if it was like some sort of terrorist group that they're like, okay, let me start off with this one.
Oh, they're testing, yeah.
And then let me go to the next one, like bigger one,
Oh,
where they're
it's-
going to cause more damage or some shit.
Oh, that's pretty pessimistic.
I mean,
I said it, but I'm just saying, you know what I mean? Yeah.
yeah, but
Yeah.
I mean, look
I
at the
hope-
world we live in.
I know.
Like,
Yeah.
we have
I know.
multiple
I
child
know.
trafficking, sex trafficking
I mean,
trials going on.
I mean, I
Like,
do think that we should be more prepared in our own families,
I am
Yes.
not. I am like negatively prepared.
right? Like,
you are?
like basic.
No,
I've been
negative.
prepping.
I'm negative
You're a prepper?
prepared. I have no preparation.
No, I've been prepping. Like,
Well, like
a little bit.
How long could your family last? No power, no internet.
Oh,
well, first I got my what's
You got a
that?
generator?
Yeah, the generator, but it's not generator. What's the other one called?
With the solar?
No. Anyways, it's like a generator.
Okay.
The point is like okay, and
But
I
you
got
X amount of gas.
I have
do the generator, right? So
probably
you got
I have 4 of
12
the
hours.
I have 4 of the either 3 to 5 gallon, things.
Okay.
So I fill those up.
Yeah, I'm robbing my neighbors. Like 100%.
For me, I probably
Like I got 7
I'll probably
guns.
last like a week.
Yeah, I'm
like
like,
I don't know, a week,
1 week,
fucking
7 days.
maybe 2 weeks.
Luckily, I have friends
And
who
then
are prepared that I'm going
I'm
to
talking about with food.
Do you have food?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You have dried out food?
Yeah.
I'm going to the panics.
Yeah, true.
I'm like, ayo.
That's what you should do.
Like,
But see, I've been learning from Sean.
I know,
the other Sean.
Yeah.
crazy prepared.
We got another friend, Sean. But anyways,
There you go.
Moving on.
I got another one here for you guys. Also earlier this month. Okay, so the UK and the US signed a trade agreement where they're going to be reducing the tariffs.
Thank God.
On certain, key industries, not on everything, but still, that was a major fucking breakthrough finally on this whole like trade war. Jesus Christ. And then a little bit later, because so when was this list? This week, I think?
This week?
I think it was this
Monday?
week. This
Yeah,
week
the
on
Monday.
Monday?
Yeah, I think it was Monday.
Well, it was over the weekend.
Over
That's
the
right.
weekend, and then-
That's right.
yeah,
Over the
yeah.
weekend, came to an agreement on the whole trade tariffs things with
A
China.
little 90-day reprieve.
90 days. So it's going to be 10% tariffs on
Each.
No.
Right? Each? Like
No.
Reciprocal?
No, I think 10% in China. So anything that they import, and over here it stayed at 30%.
Yeah, we stayed at
Oh, I
30,
see.
but it was down from like 140.
I see. Yeah.
Some ridiculous ass level.
It was literally like insanity, and they're like, okay, well, 30 sounds great. Like 30 sounds tits.
So,
And meanwhile, the stock market is like going up and down, and a fucking roller coaster, man. And
Honestly,
but I'm glad that we're where we're at right
Making
now.
headway. We're like,
Yeah.
shit's
but
happening.
what's going to happen in fucking 90 days? God damn it.
That's right.
Dude, you know that.
Yeah,
God
it's like
damn it.
he did this at the very beginning with Mexico and Canada. Remember?
Yeah.
like right at the beginning,
Yeah.
and he started putting trades on tariffs on them, and he started escalating them, and then it was like, okay, it's off, and then it was like, no, it's back on again, and then it's like, okay, they're gonna give us help, but it's off again.
Yeah.
But here's my
Very
view.
volatile.
Here's my view on it. Like, while it does suck, and I don't want it to happen, it needed to happen.
Yeah.
It needed
I
needed to
understand.
happen because
It did seem unfair.
we're the world's largest fucking consumer. And when they start taking advantage of it's like, imagine like, okay, so you have like a corner store, and it's like Eric comes in every day and buys like $200 worth of shit, and then Jorge comes and buys like $10 worth of shit, and I'm like, Eric, oh, sorry, prices got raised, my dog. Jorge, you're cool, but Eric,
Totally.
Eric, it's gonna cost
get
you.
mad.
It's gonna cost you 50% more.
Yeah.
to buy goods from my store, and you're like, dude, I buy all your shit.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm saying, like, I think it needed to happen because I think that America needs to be treated with a little bit more respect because we're buying everyone's shit.
Yeah.
We're buying all of it.
No,
we're
I
buying
agree.
all their
I
shit.
agree.
How many
Yeah, I get
TVs we fucking sell?
Yeah, that's
We're
true.
buying everything.
Quick question, though.
Yeah.
Tariffs are weird to me. Like why? It's just weird to me that our government just is like the dictators that say, in order to come to our port, you have to give me money.
Well,
Isn't that weird?
No, it's not, because it's a tool where you're forcing them to buy certain things from you. So, for example, China buys a lot of our farmers' stuff.
Yeah.
Like, we don't manufacture that much, especially compared to China, but we do farm at least, right? And so you're forcing them to buy certain amount of corn, certain amount of wheat, certain amount of whatever.
So you're saying it's a tax on the other side?
It is a tax on the other side,
yes.
yeah. So it's whoever's importing pays the tax.
Yeah, so it's like,
That's why when they were like 135, 140%, whatever it is, that's like, we got to pay for that. The person importing here has to pay that extra money,
Yeah.
which of course they're just going to pass on to the consumer.
Yeah, but it kind of just feels like a tax, doesn't it?
it is.
It is.
It is a tax.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Well, it's not really a tax, but it
No,
feels like a tax for sure.
A tax. Yeah,
No, because the point of tariffs is to it's in essence like a power play. It's like we're like, I'll give you a good example. It's like, it used to be like you had a beef with somebody, you just like fight. and you're like, okay, we're cool afterwards. Now it's like you just roast them on social media. so like,
if you have enough followers,
dude, times have changed. You
Bro,
can just ruin someone's reputation.
That's true. That is very true.
I can't wait for us to have 1 million followers on social media, because if I go to Home Depot and I get like fucked
bad
over,
service.
Bad service.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, okay, here we go.
Tweet it
Yes.
Watch this, motherfucker.
You know I'm gonna get a free hammer.
Oh, for sure. So like, I think now it's like nowadays, like in order to
probably
like
would at that level.
in order to power play shit, it's like you can't just like go like you can't just bomb them.
Yeah.
So like, what you're gonna do? You're like tariff, bitch.
Yeah.
And so it's like the new age war. It's like the new. That's how you wage war now.
Yeah, I get it.
You have to wage it a different way.
It's the best way that the U.S. can make money immediately.
Especially because we're fucking, dude, we're shit.
Well, if that is the case, or that like is the point, which I don't think it is, but then that's fucked up, because you're just making money off of your own people.
No, correct. And you're spending it poorly.
And you're spending it poorly, and we're already super
So
taxed.
you see how you see like we're just like stuck here, and then they're like making money, and they're like, okay. And I'm not saying like Trump's making money. I'm just saying the quote unquote government.
The government is making money.
The treasury is making money.
Yeah. I hate
I hate
that
the
whole like narrative. Trump's making money, or Elon's stealing all your money.
Dude,
fucking richest man in the fucking
he doesn't need your money. Like
stealing people's Medicare money.
he
Come
doesn't
on.
care. He has enough money for 1,000 lifetimes.
Yeah.
Literally, and his companies make cars and like rockets.
Yeah,
it's not like if he was making like toasters and shit.
And let me just say this, because somebody's gonna make a comment like that. There was a $400 million contract for Tesla in there, and they're like, oh, he's giving himself fucking contracts. That shit was in there.
Biden made that contract.
Yes,
No, that was Biden's contract.
That's what I'm saying. That was before Trump.
Yeah.
Anyways,
what
else we got?
So next, oh my god, this is so outrageous. So yay. Yay.
Yee?
Oh my
No, it's
God.
not yee.
It's yay.
Yay.
It's yay. Kanye.
Yee.
It's not Kanye. Kanye West.
My son the other day was like, "Oh, do you know yee?" And I was like, "Yay." And he's like, "No, it's yee." And I was like, "Oh,
No,
okay."
it's yay. Your son's wrong.
Oh no, sorry, the other way around.
Yeezy.
The other way
You
around.
said
Yeah,
yay.
I said it wrong.
Well, it
Yeah,
is Yeezy, but it's Kanye. And then
Oh, that's what it is.
Yeah.
Kanye. Okay. Woo!
Come on now.
Mind blown.
We're
Mind
yeah.
blown.
So on May 8th, Kanye released
Yay.
a new track titled Heil Hitler.
Is it titled that?
I don't know if it's titled that.
That's the name of the album or one song?
I think
It's the name of the song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
A
can't
new
even
track.
find it on the. It's not on like you can't find it on
I think you got to go
Spotify.
to like Rumble or something.
Yeah.
to,
Oh,
like, it's
really?
like, 'cause it's
Yeah,
it's literally
Rumble.
and it's insane. I like saw like a random thing like, oh, Ye's new song. I'm like, oh, cool, let's check it out.
Yeah.
And it's literally, so there's like 30 like giant black dudes, and they're all wearing like fucking wolf pelts and shit. I'm like, oh damn, this is hard as fuck. What the hell's going on here? This is crazy. And like the beat is like, okay, like the beat, I'm like,
Beat's
okay,
good.
what's going on? I'm like, oh, is it Ye coming back? Like Ye on the comeback? And then he's like, he's kind of like little like monologue. And he's talking about like, oh, I can't see my kids and whatever. Nah, it doesn't matter my money, kids. And then he's like, then he's I'm the fucking villain. And then he's all my, I don't know, say it on here. All my N-words Nazis. We say Heil Hitler, and like the whole hook is Heil Hitler. On all these black dudes are saying Heil Hitler.
Really,
dude? It's
Are they saluting?
no, they're standing there.
Oh, and they're just saying it.
Dude, it's the sad
What
part
the
is
hell?
if you take out that line, like
The rest of it
the
could-
beat's kind of hard.
Okay.
The beat's hard, but it is ruined by that. And I'm like, what's the end game? Like, what are you trying to accomplish? Like, what are you actually
get it.
I know,
trying
'cause
to accomplish?
For a little while there, he was like so considered crazy, and he was crazy. Like he was definitely loony for a little bit, and then he was like okay again.
Yeah,
but now
it was- it was
he
like
seems like
fine.
he's going loony again.
Then he was fine, and he was like off the deep end again.
Is he just trying to say that he can say whatever he wants?
Well, he's always been about that, so maybe
I
he's
know
always
he-
been about like.
You know what I mean?
See, I don't
know what he's
think it's
doing.
about that.
Like freedom of speech.
No,
Or-
because
Hmm.
if why make a song about it?
Yeah,
Like, I mean,
Because
like
it's
this-
the worst thing you
Because
can
he
say.
can, and because he can.
But he says it on X. So why do you need to say it on this? Like, why would you spend money to make a song and like hire and make a music video? You made a fucking music video.
I don't know, because he's all about attention. He does the weirdest shit to get attention. Like, look at his wife. Look how he makes his wife walk around with him. It's all about attention.
Yeah.
I just
he knows what he's doing. I mean, as far as getting attention.
No, he's got your attention.
He's got all of our attention.
But I think he's like taking that.
The wife's got my attention.
So maybe it's like the old adage, like, you know, any publicity is good publicity.
Yeah,
that's not true.
Yeah,
that's not true.
This is not. No,
but he might be thinking that, and maybe that's
what I'm saying. I think he's like taking it. Like, oh yeah, this is gonna get clicks.
Yeah.
Ask Kevin Spacey about that adage.
Yeah,
not good. It's not good.
He's never been able to recover. So.
Yeah. So yeah, all right. I think it's a little wild. It's a little insane.
Yeah,
like to say the least. And I just don't know what
the purpose is.
What's the purpose? Like, you know, because I feel like, especially if you're an artist who's like trying to make it back on the scene, like, I don't.
Well, in his mind, he's not making it back. In his mind, he's at the top.
No, yeah,
dude, he hasn't been at the top for 10 years.
Okay, but in his mind,
is he gonna make money from this?
Yes, because he has attention and he knows how to monetize attention.
Like, where are you gonna even get it?
Download
he just needs to be his name in the news all the time, because then what happens? Super Bowl. You've seen him drop these fucking commercials?
I gotta say, Ye's Super Bowl commercial was probably the greatest thing I've ever seen.
Yes,
it's literally him
I agree.
driving. He's like actively driving
like a selfie
on his
video.
cell phone. It's like pure black, and he's like, "Yo, it's $7 million for this fucking thing." He's like, whatever, buy my shirts.
Yeah,
bye.
Exactly. That's what I'm talking about.
It was amazing. He sold out like in 10 minutes. He sold out. It was crazy.
So that's what I'm saying.
Fucking yay.
He never came out again with the Yeezys, right? Like obviously
no,
after
they canceled him. Adidas.
I know, but then after that, because that's still him and his name, and his design and all that.
Yeah, it's true. I don't know how that works.
I don't know why. That's how he should be monetized.
First of all, I hate the Yeezys. They're terrible.
I hate them. I
saw a kid at my barber shop. Well, Jorge goes to the same barber, and I was like, "These are the grossest things I've ever seen. Like, why would you pay $400 for these disgusting shoes?
Yeah.
They're disgusting."
Did I tell you I randomly went there the next day after you had gone?
Yeah,
like we didn't even know this. Like,
yeah.
But he's like, "Oh, Sean."
No, because I went there.
And then we started talking about the podcast and shit.
Because I went there again, and he was like, "Oh man, fucking Jorge came the day after."
Oh, really?
I was like, "Oh shit!" Like, right
on. Sean, Eric, you want to use our barber?
I mean,
for your beard.
I mean,
you're gonna get that beard nice and tight.
No, do they do the blade? I go to a barber to get shaved.
The bick or the straight razor.
Yeah.
Oh wow,
they do that.
Shaves your hair with the straight razor?
Yeah.
I'm sure. I'm sure they would. But
no, I don't think he uses straight.
We have hair, so I don't know. We'll not have to worry about that problem.
I have hair too.
On your fucking arms.
No,
you're in there.
I mean, you're like.
I know God's cruel, isn't he?
But he stops at the bicep though, doesn't he?
Oh yeah.
Doesn't the upper bicep is like the upper bicep is the clean.
If we were like
you got the tricep going.
What's crazy is my legs are like that too.
Dude, my legs. I have no hair but
I
here.
have no hair on my thighs at all. It's
really?
just baby baby butt.
Oh, wow. Yeah,
Mine are fucking normal. But yeah, this shit stops at the elbow.
Yeah, maybe everyone does that. Maybe that's like a science thing. I don't know.
It's a real thing.
We're like genetically built for the shirt line.
Yeah, but see, mine stops at the elbow, no tricep.
Anyways, next.
All right, what else we got?
All right, so
you got one more actually.
We got Bill Gates pledges an entire fortune to global health, plans to close foundation by 2045.
Okay, here's what I don't understand. I don't like, and I need somewhere to vent this.
Yeah.
Bill Gates is donating all his money
to his own foundation,
the Bill Gates Foundation,
that his kids work at, and like everyone's getting paid.
Yes, you didn't have that.
No,
it's a tax move.
It's a tax move.
It's a tax.
You know how foundations work? It's a huge tax move.
Why don't these guys do something good?
Well, the thing that
bro, if I had, I would be doing something good with it.
Yes.
Some of it.
Yes.
Some of it.
Yes.
Some of it.
Well, I've been doing something good for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but
I'm doing good.
But honestly, you make $100 million. Obviously, you're going to take care of yours.
Yes.
Yeah, but I'm gonna at least
Yes.
20 mils going to like really help somebody.
Yeah, and
like
probably
not
a bunch of things.
Yeah.
You'd be like a mill there, a mill there, a mill there. You know what I mean? like you'd be like, oh, homeless problem. Let's solve this. Like, let's go. I'm not saying homeless, but just a problem.
Right, and this you're talking about
And they'd be like,
billions.
yes. Why does
$100
billion do something?
No, but see, these foundations, like they're all. If you actually look at what they support and what they do, it is all incestuous. they're supporting the things that they're also in. Like the foundation will send money to things that he's also invested in. And it's like, it's a cyclical fucking incestuous.
Yeah, so like you said, it's a tax move.
Yeah, it's a huge, it's a massive tax move. And like the money.
Well,
like,
it will be a tax move because he hasn't done that yet,
For
right?
his children.
It's until he dies, then the money goes to the foundation.
And
so right now it's just a PR move.
Yeah, and I believe, and I could be wrong, but I believe that the money the foundation pays out is not taxed.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's because it's like it's like almost like a church. So it's like, for example, if you
but a church doesn't get taxed on the way in, not on the way out.
No, but also like when the church pays, like it's like they say it pays the pastor. I believe you get on that income, you get a huge tax break because of the organization that it's involved with.
But that's a church.
Okay, so
like foundation from a tax perspective is very similar.
All right, so I figured it out.
201c or something.
It's very similar.
I figured it
like,
out.
Whatever the tax code is, it's very similar.
The fucking podcast needs to be a foundation.
Hell
brother.
yeah! Fucking conspiracy foundation.
Yes.
Non-profit podcast.
Not for profit, boys.
How would we get approved?
Donation station. I know. Oh my god. All your Patreons.
Yeah.
Donations.
Oh my god.
Fucking Christ. I just never I just think Bill Gates. I'm sorry. Like, look. You made a great company. Microsoft's amazing. I use all your products. I love Microsoft as a company.
And your phone.
But I'm like a dude who's like a tech executive, and like, for example, like, I don't even think that Bill Gates even did the programming, by the way, on like the software. I think Paul Allen did. I think Paul Allen fucking actually did all the programming. Like, bro, don't tell me how to live my life from a medical standpoint. I know.
Homie.
Don't fucking preach to me.
I just wish these guys would do more.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You know who does a lot actually is Mr. Beast.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. He's actually has a whole nother fucking foundation just for
how do you say it in Spanish? Philanthropy.
Philanthropico.
Philanthropico.
Anyways, he's got a whole thing on that.
That's awesome.
And his chocolate company, he's
donates X.
No, it's not about donation. He doesn't use the countries that generate the cocoa or whatever in with like child labor and shit like that. I don't know. At least that's the fucking PR that he puts out there, and I believe him. And he's doing at least a better job of convincing me than Bill Gates is.
Here's what I would do.
Gates is like, we need less people on the earth.
Yeah. Seriously.
Here's what I would do if anybody gives a shit. What I would do.
Nope. And we're done.
So next,
here's what I would do: is I would go, okay, what is the problem that I want to solve?
Hair.
And maybe it's that. No, maybe it's that.
That would be
Eric
good.
Tony's
Maybe
$10
it's
billion
You know what?
It's something that you go, okay, this is a problem.
Yeah.
And I have enough money where I bet I could solve this problem.
I'm gonna solve this problem right tonight.
I could solve this problem. You know?
Yeah, but going back to Mr. Beast, you just reminded me, like, he does that kind of shit where he'll go and, like, he'll find kids that have, what's that called? The cleft palate, I think?
Oh, yeah.
Or cleft lip or whatever, right?
Hair lip,
and then there was another one that they were all, like, and then he pays for the surgery for, like, hundreds of them.
Yeah.
And then there was another one that they were, like, I think they were blind, and he paid for the surgery to make them see. And
yeah, that's rad.
Yeah,
that's
fucking
super
awesome.
rad.
Like, that's the kind of shit that you're talking about. Like, that's
foundation.
But Gates is worth, I think, 200 times.
He's worth $200 billion.
200 times
Mr. Beast.
Well, he's worth $200 billion. Mr. Beast is not worth $1 billion.
No,
I bet he's worth $1 billion.
Well, if you consider what his platform is worth.
Yeah. Yeah, but you get the idea, right? That's the point.
I think his platform
he could do
worth
200 times more.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, no. What's the technically like? I think the numbers. If you wanted to solve homelessness in the U.S., it would cost you like $8 billion or something.
Really? Nobody wants to do that.
No one gives a shit. They give a fuck.
Isn't that fucked?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. And I'm not saying homeless. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, let's just pick one. I would sit there and research it for like months.
You know what I do?
What can I actually solve?
Dude, I would try to solve the education system. It's so fucked.
Oh, that's another one.
It's so fucked. I'd be like, how about make people like I see so many videos and it's like these kids are like, oh, I'm in school, I'm on my fucking master's degree.
Yeah.
And they literally don't know anything.
Yeah.
Like the most basic of shit. Like, what's the capital of your state?
You know
what?
Oh, it's so true. Like the basic
like you live here.
Like, why is it so mean to want free education? Or not even free, but affordable.
Like affordable.
Yes.
Yeah.
Why is it mean?
Yeah,
that's not mean.
No, I know, but I get this. Sometimes I'll talk to people and they'll be like, "Yeah, well, I don't want a socialist communist state where like you get free for everything, you don't get to fucking work for anything." And I'm like, "Okay, well, education is cool.
No.
Like, what if we?
Eric,
you know what I mean?
I mean, it is right now free, like up until 12. I'm just saying that's the same concept. Like it's already exists,
but it's not good. Is the point that he's making?
No, the point
that's another point.
No, the point that I'm making is like, how do you pay for that? You know, what you pay for that? Taxes.
We already pay for it.
No, I'm saying the
school system.
No, but the point is, like, we're already the budget is already so in the red. How are you gonna like? Oh, let's make college free, and like that's another.
By not fucking having fraud and waste. Going back to that again.
That's what I'm saying. You gotta handle the fraud and waste first before you can handle that problem.
No, I'm just saying. I understand the medical scenario of it different, like in Europe and Canada, where it's free and everybody's taxed heavily. But I'm just saying, education is pretty important.
I agree.
Like maybe we should consider.
But the problem is,
especially when you see our country's not at the top of any of
the
these
problem is, like,
fucking lists.
You make the education free; it's still shit education.
True.
Like I don't want my daughter to go to college unless she's going to be an engineer because. Go talk to a political science major.
I'm not saying I got the solution. But if I had $200 billion, I would be like, this is my problem, and I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to solve it for the next 10 years.
Who do I need to talk to solve this problem?
Yeah, exactly.
Anyways.
Okay, there we go.
That makes sense.
All right, there you go. Last thing on the docket, we have one last thing, which is we just posted about it. Former FBI Director James Comey is under investigation after posting an image on Instagram showing seashells arranged to form the number 8647. Some interpreted this as 8647, a slang term meaning to eliminate the 47th president, referring to Donald Trump.
I worked in restaurants for 10 years. Mm-hmm. That is exactly what 86 means.
Okay, and
when you're like 86 the chicken,
I'm
it means
glad he brought it up.
It's dead. Like, what does that have to do with restaurants?
Get rid of it.
No, 86 means it's out. It's done. It's dead. Like you meaning like take it off the menu because we don't have any more. So it's like it's like kill it. Like,
so we're gonna.
Is that like a Midwest thing?
No, dude. I worked in restaurants all through Ohio and in Florida. It's everyone's the same. It's all 86.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
So actually,
it's like a code.
I was going to define it. I was going to define it, right?
Define it, yeah.
It is definitely a restaurant term.
It's a restaurant term.
Restaurant and bar.
Okay, okay.
And so it actually comes from Prohibition era.
Oh, really?
And so they would, it was actually a signal for the bartender to get rid of a patron because he was too smashed.
Ooh, 86 is
like a code.
And 86, so they would say 86, table 4.
Get his motherfucker out of here.
Get the motherfucker out. And then it evolved to 86 the shrimp.
86 the shrimp. 86
the shrimp's bad. 86
it just means
like, get it out of here.
It's just like fucking not good.
Exactly. But so it's been around since the 30s, so 100 years. Yeah.
Okay.
So some interpret this as 86 the 47th president.
Yeah.
I mean,
again,
I don't know.
And then there's something circulating.
But it's also, why would you post it?
Right.
It's got to mean something.
Yeah.
You're not posting it for funsies.
And then there's another theory going around, and it's kind of strange, and we'll look into it even further, but we posted something. There's some websites and AI that are saying that it's the 8,647th day since 9/11.
No.
But it doesn't really make sense because it's more like 8,400 days since 9/11. Like if you,
really?
You know what I mean?
Really?
But each year is different. So each calculations are different and each month is different. So there's
it doesn't make sense.
Data going around.
No, that doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
That doesn't make sense.
Even still, why is Comey putting out
if it was that, it doesn't make any sense.
8,647 days since 9/11?
Yeah.
We did a kind of like a joke post about it. And, anyways, I don't know what it all means, but he then denied it. And he was like, oh, I don't want to incite violence, so I'm going to take the post down.
Well, let's tell us, what does the post mean, bro? Why would you...
That's right.
In seashells, write random numbers. This isn't lost.
And there you go. So now...
Well, didn't he say like, oh, I found it, quote unquote?
Yes, he did. Okay.
Yeah. But
look what I found.
I'm going to post it to my ex.
Yeah.
I've never found seashells in some sort of semblance of a thing.
Literally. I was just at the beach. I just found rocks that I kept stepping on. And I kept throwing them in the fucking ocean.
So I don't know what he meant, but at the same time, Secret Service kind of obviously got a hold of this information, and they say they're investigating his threat.
Good.
I mean, it's good.
Or if it is a threat.
Yeah.
Oh, I just don't know what else it could mean. Is that like his?
What does it mean?
It's like his pin for his like phone or something.
Especially, with the history of Trump. Like, was it 3?
Well, Trump fired him. Trump fired him.
No, I'm saying like the assassination attempts.
Oh yeah.
So it's like, he definitely needs to be investigated.
I don't know. Maybe this isn't a threat. Maybe that's his way of saying like fuck Trump.
Yeah,
like get rid of him.
Get rid of him. 86 the guy. 86 him, bro.
Like, I don't think that's necessarily like a threat on his
doesn't
life.
necessarily mean murder.
Yeah,
86 is get rid of.
Yeah.
Get rid of. Yeah.
I don't think
so. That's probably what it meant.
It probably meant like
I was talking
him,
to Katie, and she thought it was like, hey, get rid of the president.
That makes sense.
Because he sucks.
That makes sense.
And it was a joke gone bad.
Yeah.
It kind of makes sense. Yeah. Anyways, I don't know what it means. It's kind of silly. We definitely know it was the bonehead post of the month.
Yeah. But
regardless, you're the ex-director of the FBI. You don't need to do this shit.
Yeah. You're like,
you don't need to do this shit. Anyways, that's what we got on the news today, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed it. As always, this podcast is supported by our Patreon.
Yes, Patrons, keep joining.
Every month that you guys support the show, we keep going and we keep putting more content.
Patreon.com/
The Conspiracy Podcast.
And we love you guys. I mean, you guys are great. And like we're like a little family. We're like a little Discord family in there.
Yeah.
And sometimes we're not talking. Sometimes it's like fucking. I check my phone and it's like 700 messages.
Yeah.
Jorge can't confront any of it.
It's too many. I'm like the kind of person, like if I see my email box, is like I have to bring it to zero. So when I log into Discord, it's like I gotta check every single notification on there.
There's like 17 different categories. You're like, ugh.
And there's very like you can do a support of like a couple bucks a month. And
$2
it's
a
really
month.
easy.
Keeps going. Keeps the lights on.
Let's put it on.
Keep the lights on.
And if you want your own episode and you want us to like talk to you all the time.
Oh yeah.
You do the rich guy.
VIP.
You want to do the rich guy.
VIP.
You won't get rid of me. I'm gonna be all over you.
So we'll catch you guys next time on the Conspiracy Podcast.
Nighty night. Hey guys, it's us again. You ever heard of Patreon? Because we just started one. Exclusive content, Discord, which I'm still figuring out. But but we get to talk.
You can suggest new episodes or just let us know something that we already talked about and you want to get in on the conversation. We're there for you.
We're also coming out with shirts and other merch.
There are 2 ways you can sign up for exclusive content. The first is through Spotify. There's a link in our profile description that links you to the Spotify premium page. And that's only $2.99 a month. And it gets you an ad-free experience and it gets you extra episodes that come out every month. The other way is through our Patreon. All you got to do is go to Patreon and search The Conspiracy Podcast and you'll find us. There are many different levels there, all giving different amounts of content.
Yeah, because guys, this really does help us. We do this virtually for free. So help us help you enjoy yourselves.